Okay, so I thought I'd put together this video just to show you what I did to customise my standard Ruger 96-44 into what I believe to be the ultimate in lever guns. So first to go was the original hardwood stock and lever. I then set about designing a stock which would encompass the whole action as well as the associated equipment to make a belt-fed bullpup gun work. And I did take design inspiration from a HK G11 as that does have a rather plain design from the exterior. The stock itself is made up from blocks of aluminium and sheet aluminium as I don't have any CNC equipment. And the end result being quite a plain looking gun from the exterior. So I got the side of the gun removed here, and as you can see I've got the action set back into the gun as far as I possibly could. Starting off with the belt feed mechanism itself, I designed a proprietary non-disintegrating belt. It's 3D printed. Most importantly of all, it's small enough to fit within the existing mag well of the original action of the gun. The underside of the links form a sawtooth formation, which allows for an indexing pull to pull the link through the gun out to the other side. The rounds themselves are simply clipped into place and held in place by friction alone. The rounds are then pushed off the belt into position by a lifter, which serves as a follower in an original magazine and pushes it into position where it would be in the original gun. Now moving on to the lever action itself, the original lever had to be replaced with a version that would allow for a transfer bar to be fitted. And speaking of the actual lever actions, I have 3 different variants now. And if you want to see the pistol grip version, then click on the link to see my separate video on that. But going back to the Bullpup version, the transfer bar has a lot of work to do. Not only does it have to transfer the force acting on it by working the lever action, but also by powering the belt feed indexing mechanism. And again, being a bullpup, the trigger requires its own transfer bar assembly, and in this case it's got quite a bit of work to do. It's got to transfer the action down the spine of the gun and bypass the indexing mechanism to work the trigger. So I'm sure you're watching this thinking, is a civilian belt-fed gun even legal? Well, here in the UK we've got a lot of restrictions governing what we can own, but most importantly, the bolt has to be manually cycled, which means we mainly shoot for centerfire guns, bolt actions, lever actions, and overside revolvers. However, one good thing going for us is we don't have any magazine capacity restrictions, no limits on what we can load a gun with, no 10 round maximum capacity or anything like that. So whilst full auto belt-fed machine guns themselves are banned, the belt-fed ammunition itself isn't. So what I have here fulfills all the obligations, and with unlimited magazine capacity, it's perfectly legal. That's as fast as it'll go. Ah, well, there we go. Belt-fed gun. Yeah, it's great fun. It really is. Yeah, can't wait to get some more links for it. Well, what else can I say? I can't wait to be able to pound 100 rounds through it. Be great for a practical competition. Only problem is, and this comes on to the bad points, is that it weighs a lot. This gun, I think I've mentioned, probably weighs about 10, 11 pounds. And at £1 per 20 rounds of 44, this will come in at about 15 pounds if I want to load up with 100 rounds. But it is good fun, it really is. Also, quite a bit of effort throughout the action. Also, it does tend to jam if I don't push it forward and pull it all the way back. And unfortunately, because it's so heavy, I can't tell the difference between pulling it back and if it jams. So sometimes it will lock up. And if it does lock up, I do have to take the side of the gun off. Other than that, what can I say? It's just great fun, it really is. I do intend to do a few other modifications to it, maybe add a box feed option to it as well. Also, didn't mention the foregrip. That really is helpful in keeping the gun under control, if you haven't already got that from the video.